All right, we all know someone, whether it's a family member or not, who has been to college. We all know the most talked about conversation is student loan debt and how much college actually costs. I know this is something that I live through every day. I have a kid who's in college right now, and college is super expensive. And the amount of student loan debt that I'm in is unreal. Right now, Americans currently owe about $187 trillion in student loan debts. The average cost in America is about $38,000 per student, and that includes books, supplies, and daily living expenses. Unless significant reforms are made to control the escalating tuition price, excessive costs will continue to fuel the student loan crisis, widen economic inequality, and restricting opportunities for future generations. I think that one of the things that can help is government intervention. Government intervention through policies that limit how quickly tuition can increase and require to cap tuition will help. It will help with where the money is actually being spent at. This will reduce unnecessary spending, like excessive campus upgrades and completion for rankings. Prevent school from raising prices without justification. I think this will help because let's be real, when colleges make like new campus additions, whether it's needed or not, this is the reason why colleges can raise the price of tuition to cover those costs. I think another reason would be increasing the government funding for higher education. I think that one major solution is increasing the state and federal funding for colleges. When public funding decreases, the school can raise tuition to make up the difference. And this ties back into the first thing of that if we can put a cap on it, then colleges couldn't do that. That is kind of like an abuse for power. More government support will reduce the need for colleges to rely heavily on tuition, making education more affordable and lowering the amount the student needs to borrow. As you see, for a four-year college, back in 1994, and let's be honest, that's before a lot of our time. However, college used to cost anywhere between like $20,000 and $22,000. Now, as of 2022, colleges is almost $40,000. A lot of people is not equipped to pay for that right now. I think another thing that would help us is if we expanded the financial aid and grant programs. That would help, a lot. Most students, if they had access to grants and scholarships instead of loans, that can reduce the student loan debt, like Pell Grants and state base. And that could expand students to pay less out of pocket and avoid taking out larger loans. As of right now, the loans that people take out is very, very expensive. That goes on to the next thing, reforming student loan policies. This would improve how much loans could actually cost as far as like the percentage rate. Right now, and I think on average, it is about 7% in cost. So if we improve the loan system, this will help lower the interest rates, make better income-driven repayment plans, and also offer loan forgiveness programs for public service careers. These changes will make repayments more manageable and reduce long-term financial stress. And let's be honest, most people truly go to school and still don't make enough for how much their loans are. And that will put on a difference and less of a burden if we make college more affordable. And last but not least, for my last point, encouraging more affordable opportunities. Like myself right now, I'm currently involved, or not involved, but enrolled in a community college. Going to a community college could absolutely change how much you are charged a year, or a semester, or even a credit for attending that school. Most four-year colleges, on average, again, is like $40,000, whereas community colleges are a lot less per credit per semester. Online education that can help complete degrees at lower cost. You could even, if you are a high school student, most community colleges or even four-year colleges offer to where you can do like a dual enrollment credit, and those are free if you're a college, or not a college student, but a high school graduate. So again, these are the things that I think that will cut cost of your tuition, is that you can go to a community college right after high school, or even if you're my age. I'm in my 30s and I'm in community college, and it saves me a lot of money if you do an online registration or online education, that would also cut the cost, but if you do a dual enrollment. So back in 2008, the average cost for the federal education, or how much like the federal education would give to students, was a lot more than what it is today, or even in 2019. The student loan debt went from in 2006 to less than $50,000 for a four-year college for the average Americans, to now it's over 1.78. And I will say, unless significant reform is made to control the escalating tuition price, excessive college costs will continue to fuel the student loan debt, widening economic inequalities and restricting opportunity for future graduates. I know for me, again, I have one college student. I have another kid that's going to be a college student, and a lot of people do price this out. If they can't afford it, they won't go to college. And that's not fair to people because of the rise of cost. Thank you so much.